Before we begin creating our first product mockup, I do want to show you one thing that we are going to be using, and these are pretty useful for product mockups, and that is a clipping mask. So for this demonstration, I'm going to just click New and create a new project. Now this is an example, so I really don't care about quality or resolution at this point because I just want to show you how it works. You can just follow along if you want to. You can watch this. You don't have to do this, but if it helps understand by doing it yourself, you can definitely do this in Photoshop, and it's a lot of fun once you learn how to do it. So I'm going to select OK. Now I want a transparent background, so I'm just going to create a new layer, and I'm going to select the background layer and delete it. And all that does is it just gets rid of that white background and gives me a transparent background, and we know that by these checkerboard boxes in the background. I'm going to select the elliptical marquee tool because I want to create a shape. Now we want to create any type of data, so it doesn't matter if we use a filled in shape or we use a paintbrush or pencil. That doesn't matter, but you'll see it'll make more sense here in a second. So let me create a new shape, and I'm going to fill this in with some information. It can be the foreground color, white, black, gray. This also does not matter. I'm just going to select foreground color, which happens to be this red. And I'm going to click outside of that just so the marquee selection goes away. Now I'm going to bring in an image. So I'm going to select File, Open, and I'm going to select the image Jeremy Deacon website. This is just an image of my website that I captured. We will be using this in a minute, but for this example, we'll just use it again. So I'm going to select on this layer for this image. I'm going to left click and hold down. And that's going to allow me to move this around. Now if I go up to the top to the name of our other document, Untitled 1, and hover over it, it will open that document. I'm still holding down the mouse button, and I'm just going to drop it in the center here. So it places that image on a new layer in the center of my document. Now I want this to fill out the whole space, so I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and then Scale, and just scale this up. It doesn't matter the size. Again, this is just an example, so I don't really care about the quality here. I'm going to hit Enter to save that. And now we're going to create a clipping mask. So basically what's going to happen is any information on the layer below our image layer is going to clip that information. So wherever there is a red circle or any type of information, we will see an image. And anywhere there is not information and just a transparent background, we will not see an image. So let's see how that looks. I'm going to select layer 2, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to select Create Clipping Mask. Now you can see that anywhere there was information, it actually clipped that image. And we will use this in the product mockup, but this is a really fun tool to play around with. Now if I select the Move tool, and I select layer 2, I can actually move that around in this image and place it where I want. If I select both layers by holding Shift and selecting both of them, I can actually move both the layer and the circle underneath and replace that. So I could put that up here, then I could select layer 2 again, the image, and move that around wherever I want. So that is definitely a really useful tool and technique, and we will use those in the upcoming lecture on our first product mockup.